Hey y'all, it's me, Niecy Lynn. This is the 3rd of February already, 2023. This is Flosstube 161. This is going to be the great thaw day. We've been below freezing here nearly all week. And that is not something that we get here a lot. So James Williams has been home one day, whole day, 2 half days. We just tried to stay off the roads. Keely, of course, had to get out and go break water and feed and things. So he was out on the road, but he said there was it was super slippery. James fell down at work yesterday, which doesn't usually happen. He is really very sure-footed for someone as large as he is. But he came home, he has a big bump on his back where he hit it on the steps. But I would have paid good money to see that, because anytime he does fall down, because he's so huge, y'all, it's like an event, right? I mean, it's like a thing. So he said he was going into the job shack, so he steps up onto the step, and of course he has his coffee and his keys and his, all his things. And he said, sure enough, he said, I just started turning, and he said he did a full 360 before his feet came out from under him and he hit the steps. So over the course of the years, the few times he's fallen down, it really has been amazing to watch, because like I said, he's so huge, you just don't see somebody that's a long way, And he had brought home rocks for me one time, big rock, like boulders, okay? So they were like big boulders like this, and hundreds of pounds. And he brought them home on the trailer, and he gets them in place, he thinks. But this one is not in the right place. And so he comes in and asks me if that's where I want them all, right? And so I go out and I said, well, except for that one's out too far. The dirt's gonna come out, because we had this big, like a wash, like a rise up behind the house like this. And so I wanted a big flower bed. So he used these boulders to make me a big flower bed there. So I said, well, that one's out too far, and all the dirt's gonna wash out. So you're gonna have to, it needs to be pushed back some more. And then y'all, he did not, there was no bobcat, no skid steer, no large equipment involved. It was James and Keely and rock bars, okay? Pushing these things and moving these things, these rock bars. Keely had already gone off to work, and he thought they were done. They thought they were done. And then I said, well, that one, all the dirt's gonna wash out if you don't push it back some more. So he was none too happy with me about having to push that back. Anyway, y'all, he had that rock bar, and he has it jammed down in the ground, and he's pushing against it to push this big boulder back further. And I don't know, I don't understand the physics of all this, right? But it finally, when it moved, he finally, I guess, exerted enough pressure that it didn't gradually moved. It kind of went boom, like that. And when it did, of course, that rock bar then let loose. And y'all, it slung him like that. If I'd have had a camera, we could have all retired on how much money I could have made on that video of him, because it would have had 9 million views, because it slung him. And of course, like I said, he usually always catches himself. Very rarely. I mean, he didn't land in a heap. It twirled him. He hit on one elbow and forearm. And then by the time he got the rest of the way, he had his hand down and ended up back on his feet. He had done like some kind of a elbow forearm cartwheel back onto his feet. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I'm telling you right now, we say it all the time, we should just have some kind of a camera going around here, because it's always something. And when he does go down, like I said, usually he catches himself, or whatever he means to save is saved. I don't think he lost his coffee. I think he managed to keep his coffee yesterday. And one day, a couple of years ago at the other house, it was all icy everywhere. And there was a corner on the sidewalk, and he hit it just right. But he was carrying, I guess he was coming in, and he had donuts in his hand. I guess he'd gone to town in the ice, because I don't never go with him, okay? But, so there's this, like they used to put donuts in like a shoebox kind of a thing, but now they put them in more like a shirt box, it's flat like this. And y'all, he went all the way down he went shroop and went all the way down on his hip, got back up to his knee somehow, and everything came on in the house. I knew he'd fallen down because there was, he was wet all on the side of his hip and down his leg and on his knee. But y'all think he spilled them donuts? No, he did not. The donuts were all still in the box where they should have been, as happy as they could be. They didn't know that they'd had any trauma that day. So the day he was home, I guess day before yesterday, he was home all day. And he said, I can't sit in here anymore. I can't sit in here anymore. I said, well, go on then. I'm not going nowhere in this. And he said, seriously, you're going to make me go by myself? I said, I ain't making you do nothing. You're choosing to go. I look like I'm like falling out of the frame this morning. You're choosing to go by yourself. And so I had made mac and cheese earlier. I made some mac and cheese one day, and I made Chinese coleslaw one day, and I made cornbread, and he'd made black beans. And so he said, well, I'm gonna take some food to my mama. Okay. So y'all, he loaded all his food up in a little sack and headed out and went to his mama's and came back. And I'm not going out in that. He said, I can't believe, I just feel like you're so far away. Let's see here. Okay, maybe that's better. I don't know why I feel like y'all so far away today. But anywho, we're living through it. We were out of electricity yesterday it went off at 5 in the morning, and it started trying to come back on about 7:45, and it went off and on, off and on, off and on, off and on. And finally by 9:30 it had come on, and that's when they told us that they estimated it should be back on by 9:30. And by 9:30 it had come back on and stayed on. So it got a little chilly in here yesterday morning. It dropped a few degrees before the electricity came back on. But now we have the great thaw going. Everything's melting outside. So I'm happy and ready for that. But I did get some stitching done. I know I'm just rambling this morning. Y'all just forgive me. I've got a big hot mess over here on the table. How am I gonna, let's see. Y'all, I got stuff everywhere. I did get a finish. I got 2 whips and a finish. And what else? We'll go with my finish first because it's already on the board. I usually do those last, but it's already on the board here, so we're gonna go with this. This is Spring Zipper by Bent Creek. And it's the one to switch out in Mama's room, okay? It came as a kit with this 18 count linen, and it says Spring Zipper is the name of it. I did find these on Stony Creek and on Bent Creek. One of y'all was looking for them. Karen. Stony Creek is where I think I ordered my kit from, and bentcreek.com, they still have the patterns. I don't know if they still have the kits, but I did see them on there. Now it is a nice kind of a subdued palette, and I'm calling this a finish, but it's not FFO yet. But if you can barely see, there's little off-white edges around there, and the green they had is a real silvery green, okay? Mama, when it's like this time of year and she's in her room and, there's nothing pretty to look at, there's not a lot of birds or anything outside to look at. I changed my colors up a little bit. I used, I think 520 instead. I think they had 522. Let's see what we got here. Let's see here. That one goes back in there. They sent 522, I believe what this is. Yes. 522 is the green that they sent. It's just a green, silvery green. I used 471. I grabbed these three colors and added them in. So it's 471, 721, and 725. The yellow could have been a little more buttery instead of a bright like sun yellow, but it turned out really cute. I just have to put, I realized when I was putting this on the board, I need to put, they have little straight stitches. I'm gonna put some French knots or bullion stitches, one or the other in here. And then I have two little buttons that I have to put on here. So that is it, just brightened up just a little bit to brighten up her room a little. These, we have blues and rose colors and navy and gray in there a lot, but this will just cheer it up a little bit. It's just a little bit, I don't know, it's a little bit more fun. It's not near as subtle. Like I said, the yellow could have been a little more buttery instead of a sunny yellow, but then the orange, I threw the orange in there. And then it has the two little buttons that I just realized I forgot. So that was a fun little stitch. I worked on it a lot this week. While James was home, he'll be wanting to watch something on the TV. And you know, here's the thing. He has this terrible combination of not listening and not being able to hear. He is a completely visual human, okay? Completely visual human. So when they're talking on the TV, I don't know why literally, I don't know why he turns it up so loud, because you ain't listening no way. You ain't paying attention to 0 words they say on there. So I don't know why you got to turn it up so loud, because you ain't listening. He'll say something, I'll say, no, honey, they just said. No, honey, remember so-and-so said such and such. And if he didn't see him stab him with a knife or hit him in the head with a club or run off with the dingo run off with the baby or nothing, he did not see this. If he did not see it with his eyes, he does not know what happened in the show. He does not know what happened in the show. So when he's home and we're supposed to be watching something together, it's a lot easier if it's something that is not quite as small and a small account. So this got a lot of attention this week and got done because it was easy to work on with James Williams being home and in my hair. And when I say in my hair, I do mean in my hair. Y'all, he's been wearing me out this week. He left this morning, and y'all know he is not colorblind, but he is color impaired. Can we just go there? Color impaired. He is color impaired. So, and those Williamses, they do not like to fly by the seat of their pants, okay? They like a plan for everything. There is nothing spontaneous in those people. When he decided he was going to go to his mama's, he had been planning on it all afternoon because he couldn't sit here no longer. But he had already been for hours planning on going, okay? He had this going in his head. So we have the problems because usually he's like hot, right? So he just wears a short sleeve shirt all year round. He wears a short sleeve shirt. Well, on times like this, when it's really cold and the wind is blowing, he will wear a long sleeve t-shirt under his short sleeve shirt. He'll take his coat, but he rarely puts it on. Unless he's gonna be standing out in the wind for an hour, he is not putting his coat on, okay? So now we have the problem during this time of year of him matching, okay? Because and it's not like his undershirts are fuchsia and it's not, y'all. He has navy, gray, black. I think there's navy, gray, black, a lighter gray, and a white one. I think that's about it. I mean, y'all, he will pick up and one of them is green. That's right. One of them is kind of a loading, dark loading green, like an olive. He'll come in there and he'll say, these two greens are okay together, right? It's a mint green fishing shirt that he wants to put over this olive green long sleeve. And I say, no, you need to get the gray shirt if you have to wear that green shirt. And he'll say, well, this is what I need to wear tomorrow because it's the next one in line. Yes, it's the next one in line. So here's all his shirts, ting, 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 in the closet, right? When I wash his shirts, I hang them back up. And they're supposed to go back here at the end. And then he wears them in this order. Like this. Like this. I said, well, I'm pretty sure that you can just skip that shirt. Right? Just wear the next one in line. I know there's a gray one that you can wear with that green. Okay? So get the gray shirt. It's not the next one. I understand. But if you have to wear the mint green shirt, you need to get the white long sleeve t-shirt and put under it. Y'all, this morning we have the same thing again. He has the navy blue one. And he is wanting to wear it with this kind of a, I don't know, aqua kind of a color. It didn't look great. And that's what I said to him. I said, well, it don't look great. He said, well, what am I supposed to wear with this navy one? Why do I even have this one? I said, well, another like one of your lighter, like baby blue shirts would be okay. Or I know you have a yellow shirt in there. So he puts on the yellow shirt and comes out of the closet. I'm in the bathtub and he comes out of the closet and goes, well, I'm loud and proud today. I look like a kindergarten crayon box. Lord, why? Why you gotta fret about stuff like this? I do not know. Y'all, he wears me out. And when I say I mean he wears me out. Completely wears me out. But he is going to work, thank you, Jesus. And we are here doing our thing. North Wind got a little bit of love. This one is so beautiful. It's North Wind by Little House Needleworks. The picture I tell y'all time and time again, the picture does not do this justice at all. This thing is so pretty. And now I have, I think I had most of the call-for. Some of them I had to switch out for, for some of the DMCs. I didn't have them or they were in something else or something. I don't have full sets. Somebody asked me that a while back. No, I don't have full sets of colors. I don't even think I have a full set of DMC maybe. I don't know. But it's not. I love tweaking things up a little bit. So it's nothing for me to go in there and flip through the colors and look at this and look at that and decide what I want. That makes it fun. No, what is not going to make it fun is this is not going to hold this anyway. Okay. So this is the picture of it here. I'm going to put this down here at the bottom and we'll see if we can get it all like this. Okay. Here it is stitched, y'all, and it's not finished. I did some more on my Wintry Wind and started a snowflake. I didn't get a ton done on it, but you can see it just it shows up so much better on the, oh, and I know why I didn't have any more than this done. I had to pick some out because I started, for some reason, this is a 40 count, And I started it with 2 threads right here. So I had to take this one out and do it again because I had done part of it with 2 threads for some reason, and I realized I was not okay. That was not okay. So there we go. It is so beautiful with that robin. Micah said she had a ton of robins in her yard. I've had cardinals, I've had some robins, but what I've really enjoyed this week are, I have had some ravens. I usually have a lot of crows, okay? But I have had ravens this week. I've had a couple of pairs of ravens back here. And of course, they're like biggest chickens. And they are gorgeous. And they've been back here, so they have been making me super happy. But this one is a beautiful, beautiful stitch. And like I said, the cover of it, it just does not show it off like it should. It really does not show it off as much as it could on there. There we go. But it is stunning when you're just sitting here looking at it. It's on a 40 count sea spray, and it's just a mix of the called fors and the DMCs, and then of course that beautiful leaf is my Wicked Stepmother Falling Leaves on here. So you can see that leaf is stunning. That one little autumn leaf there is beautiful. So it got a little bit of love this week, not a lot. Like I said, it would have got more if I hadn't had to pick it out. And then I was like, ugh. Then I was aggravated at myself, so. But I do love it. I could sit there and look at it forever. It really, it looks like a lot of movement in it because of the way the wind is drawn like this. And the way the white catches the shadow under it. It really just, it shows up and shows out. It really does. And I just stinking love it. So it didn't get a lot of love, my fault, not its fault. It got some. But it is a joy to stitch on. It makes me happy, and I can't wait to have it finished so I can display it. Okay, there's that one. Now, the one I worked on also a lot, and I nearly got a finish on it, was A Merry Heart by Blackbird. One of y'all answered me that this has not been re-released in any of the books. I know that that some of them have been, and I know that they're talking about I think Patricia and I can't remember what ones you said were going to be re-released. But this one is A Merry Heart. It's an old one out of their schoolgirl samplers, and I think you were supposed to get to learn a new stitch in each one or something. But I loved it because it was Valentine's, and I meant to stitch it for Valentine's for years. And I didn't. I got it at the Stitch Niche, as you can see, my Arlington shop forever ago. And there it's set. But I pulled colors, and now Frankie, I hope that you don't kill me. She had sent me a package. I told you she sent me a package last week with the, week before last, with the, with some colors in it, and saying to share the Village Lane, her new Village Lane piece, which is so cute. I wonder if I do this. Oh, looky here. This might work. Okay. Here I am, y'all. You know, the sun shines on every dog's butt at least once. Well, this might be my day because I figured out how to get this on here. So, these are my Wicked Stepmother colors, and one of y'all asked about them to use them for another project. I don't know if, that's what I'm saying, Frankie may kill me. I don't know if she has these in the shop or not, but Frankie, if you don't, this is a beautiful color palette. I know that's just what you need, is for me to tell you what you need to be doing with your time, but this is stinking gorgeous. Okay. Let's see here if we can turn it like that. There you go. I need a white something. Let's see if we can use the back of this guy. There we go. Oh, that's still not white. Oh. Well, y'all, sometimes things ain't easy. Well, anywho, that ain't white either, but it's close. Okay, there we go. I love these. I love these colors together. So it's Autumn Sweater. All these are Wicked Stepmothers. Autumn Sweater, Woolly Swamp, Harvest Moon, Eye of the Tiger, Why Me Lord, and Violet and Blue. And Violet and Blue and Why Me Lord, one is a little lighter and has a little more red. It's a little more blue, purpley than the other, but you can see the difference really here in these. So all I need to do left are the finish the words and put the year, and then the eyelet stitches. But this is the Why Me Lord, and then these two flowers are Violet and Blue. So you can kind of, there you go. See those, that's Harvest Moon. This is Autumn Sweater. So it's a real orangey, it is like a terracotta color. If you look at it, just look at it. But I didn't want it to look so, because I like the verse on here. A merry heart is a continual feast. And I can't remember what that's in Proverbs. I can't remember. Anywho, but I love this. So I want to be able to leave it out. I didn't want it to be super Valentine-y. Is that a word, Valentine? Or if you're me, you usually say Valentine. It's Happy Valentine's, right? So I just need to do the eyelet stitches, as you can see them out in here, finish my words, and do the year, and I'll be done. This is on a 36 count vintage rose, and I love it. Love, love, love it. That Woolly Swamp is a perfect green. Eye of the Tiger is this light brown right here. And y'all, like I told y'all, Kimmy and I are doing fingernails tonight, so y'all just try not to look at them, okay? Because we're doing fingernails tonight. But I loved stitching on this. It has been so much fun, and I thought I would get a finish, but I didn't quite get a finish with it. But I love it, and I love these colors. So that is Autumn Sweater, Woolly Swamp, Harvest Moon, Eye of the Tiger, Why Me Lord, and Violet and Blue. Frankly, that needs to be one stunning thread pack right there. And I think I'm gonna use this on your Village Lane also. I sent you an email about that. Frank, I know everybody that does talk to me, I know they think, boy, y'all, somebody come on and take her. Because I'm gonna block her from my email. She is a pest, and with all her questions and ideas and notions, and come on and get her. That's what James Williams says all the time when he dies. Oh, so-and-so will be over here, and so-and-so will be over here, and so-and-so will be over here. He said, yeah, and then they'll come spit on my grave when they finally catch you. I'm like, yeah, well, probably so. Probably so. Like I said, little does he know, if he kicks out on me, there won't even be another male dog in this house. I'm gonna tell you right now. Just the chicks. Because they're a handful. They are a lot to deal with. A whole lot. I did Instapot chili this week, was the new recipe. Frankie had sent me one, and I think that I kind of tweaked it up like always. I change things around, but also I have got, questions and comments we'll get to. I want to show my Happy Mail because I forgot forever. So here we go. And I got some super fun, super fun. Now, this is from Michelle, and she is JL Primitives. And here is her card. And look at this beautiful card. Isn't that beautiful? And here is her, let me see. Like that. No, that's backwards. There we go. I'll get it in a minute, y'all. Jessie Liz Primitives. And I love it. And she sent me this little kit to keep in my purse. So when I get stuck at the doctor's office, I'll have something to do. So thank you for that. I do appreciate it, Michelle. And I will put it in my bag because although I ain't want to get stuck at the doctor's office no time soon, it is always good to have some stitching on hand. I had to use it, what did I use it last Friday when I picked the girls up? So I sat there in the drive-through line and picked them up. So, and she, like I said, this is a beautiful card and this beautiful little sticker on here. So thank you for that, Michelle. And then, oh y'all, I have got such the mess here. Why do I always got such the mess? Then this is Frankie's. Now I done stole some of these out of Frankie's, okay? Because I used, okay. Frankie is a wicked stepmother, and she is on Etsy, a wicked stepmother. Her Etsy shop is a wicked stepmother. So she sent me these beautiful colors, and also the autumn sweater and the woolly swamp were in there. So I'm gonna, if I do that this way, maybe. Yes. Yes. Okay. So she sent me, look at this American Pie. This is beautiful. And there is the one Blackbird that is done with some floss like this, I think. Or similar to that you could do with floss like this. It's like an eagle. Do y'all know which one I'm talking about? But this is beautiful. This is called American Pie, and I love it. This one is Autumn Leaves. And this is that one that I did the North Wind leaf with. This is Springtime. And this is the one that I'm doing, Dear Daughter, is it called Dear Daughter? The one in Sarah Tobias that I did. I used this out of it. So this is beautiful. This is Springtime. So it's a variegated, this one's Blueberry Crumble. And it does make me hungry because I have not had breakfast yet. Blueberry Crumble, that is a beautiful blue. And look, just to remind me of James Williams today, this is Lemon Meringue. And this is James Williams going to work today. I think blue and yellow are beautiful together, but you know, he usually goes a little more subdued. So he was on the struggle bus, this clothing. Y'all, he's on the struggle bus a lot. Let's just not joke about it. It's just a fact. Life is hard for James Williams because he chooses to let it be. That's why. He, everything, you know, don't just go tick, tick, tick. He gets all in a dither. Now, y'all, oh, here, we go this way with this. Y'all, I have such a mess here. Now, this is from my cousin Lisa, and it is hilarious. It's from Kim's Creative Needle Minders. And on Etsy, she's Kim's Needle Minders. And on Facebook, she's Kim's Creative Needle Minders. On Instagram, she's Kim's Needle Minders. So I guess I could hold that up instead of being such a weirdo. I don't know if it'll focus or not for that on y'all. But she sent me this because you know how you do. You call each other and, you know, y'all don't, and you gripe and complain. So I'm going to cover up that first letter so y'all don't see it's an ugly word. But forget the she shed. I need a witch barn. So she sent me that when I was feeling bad to cheer me up. And I do. I think, you know, we need just a little place out back that we can all go hang out. So that's my cousin Lisa, who she lives not far from here, over by Alvarado. And so I don't get to see her as much as I want to. But something always gets in the way. Her and my cousin Laura, we were trying to get together, and something always is getting in the way every time. And now, I told you I got this one the other, and I wanted to show y'all some of these. These are from Christine. And the main one, there's a couple here, but the main one I want to show y'all. She sent me this one, Noah's Ark, out of a magazine she found. I told y'all about that one. It is beautiful. Look at that. I stinking love it. It's on like orange linen, and then it is these beautiful colors on here. Love this. So thank you for that, Christine. And then she sent Liberty, which I don't think I've ever stitched this. It is beautiful. It is Little House Needleworks, and it came with a silk pack, but I don't think I've ever stitched this one, so I'll have to stitch this because it's a quick little stitch, and it'll be a beautiful one. And I could use my American Pie and Blueberry Crumble for part of this. So it's like that was, y'all are meant to be all grouped up on each other. And there's a few more in there. I'll try to hurry so I don't want to run over y'all. Then I got my package from Letha. And y'all know Letha, she lives there in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. And she knows one day I want to come see Phil. And y'all know he saw a shadow and run back in. And so we got 6 more weeks cold weather coming. But she sent me this adorable Phil. So cute. So this also brings up, Karen had asked about my Bent Creek groundhog that Letha had sent me. Groundhog Day. And she hadn't seen it this year. Well, it's on the tiered tray over here. I always forget y'all can't see the rest of the house because I always think, you know, it's like y'all are just here. So this was on the tiered tray, and you haven't seen it yet this year because it was on the tiered tray right over there. But now it can hang out with Phil on here. But she asked about this. She couldn't find it anywhere. From what I can figure out, this is a free chart, but it is not on the Bent Creek website. But anytime I found it anywhere online, it says that it's okay to reproduce. So I don't know if they made it as a freebie for a particular shop or what. But when I found it online, which, you know, always makes you nervous because they're usually on there illegally. But it says okay to reproduce, okay to copy and reproduce. So if somebody could chime in on that might know, that might have got it, maybe you got it from your needlework, you know, your LNS back in the day. I don't know. It is so stinking cute. And I love having him on display every year. The girls love him. And so he hangs out over there, and it has a little 2022 charm that she gave me, and because she gave it to me last year, and so it has a little charm for the year on there. And so then she sent me this Phil. Then she sent me a Phil postcard here, and I've got a card in here, and she found me a Groundhog Day pencil that has Punxsutawney Phil. Y'all know I'm gonna go see him someday. I can't wait. And then she sent me these fun socks that have the kitty cats, and I have a feeling the girls are gonna try to snag these. I have to hide them in my sock bin. I didn't even open them and wash them yet, but they're so cute. They have little kitty cats with the love balloons on there. And then this. And she finished him out on an easel and everything, but y'all look at him. He's another little groundhog, and he has hearts. He is so cute. So this is from Letha. On his little easel, he's all FFO'd and ready to go. So now I will have all them together over there in my little display. So thank you so much, Letha. You know I love my groundhog and my Groundhog Day stuff. And we didn't have any electricity that, you know, yesterday morning. And so usually, you know, first thing in the morning, pretty early, you're hearing and getting to watch. And so I didn't get to see till later in the day how our Phil had done. So I'm gonna move all those over to the tiered tray in a few minutes. So thank you, Letha. And then I got this, and y'all, this is beautiful. Y'all just gonna faint. I tell you all the time, when Ann sends you a card, it is just stunning. She makes the most beautiful cards. So our Ann Seeley, look at that card. It says, from a procrastination standpoint, today was wildly successful. Amen and amen. Those are usually my days. If I didn't have my checklist to keep me on track, I would never get anything finished. Because I'm like, literally, I am like the little squirrel, or that dog that says squirrel. That's me. The dog that says squirrel, that's me. So if I don't have my checklist, I'm just all over the place and getting like nothing accomplished ever. But with my checklist, I do pretty good. With my checklist, I can keep my life right. And she sent me this, and y'all know I talked about loving it, but thinking that I could never probably get it stitched because it has so much diagonal stitching. Look how beautiful. It is the Red Cardinals by Al Forrest Embroidery. And I had loved it since they released it and fell in love with it, but it has tons of diagonal stitching. And I thought, oh my gosh, could you ever get it done without completely messing it up? And look at it. It is so beautiful. And I cannot thank you enough. I can't wait to set it in there in the bedroom. I haven't let myself set it up in there because I was afraid I would forget to grab it this morning. So it stayed with my Happy Mail. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love it. And everybody sends some love out to Ann. She is not having a very good times right now. So we all have those times when things are just not good. But I could not love this anymore if I had to. And I am so excited. It's just stunning. James Williams even commented on it. So that'll tell you something right there. So it has her initials and my initials on it. And the year up here. It's so pretty. I just love it. So thank you so much, Ann. I am just in love with it. Now, questions and comments, and then we have shares from last week and kind of what I've got on the radar. Okay. Michelle, also I want to say I'm sorry for the loss of your mom. I know you're just crushed. And there were so many of y'all this week. Michelle lost her mom. Sherry lost Tucker, who was her bulldog. Baby's parents have always had bulldogs, and they are so funny to me. They're the funniest little things. But Patricia, Barbara, Lisa, Michelle, Teresa, Ann, just so many of y'all had lost pets and things right now this year. It's just hard. It's hard, and I am sorry. And I'm just sending all the love for peace and good memories y'all's way. Felicia said to watch Small Town Needleworkers. They're new floss tubers, and I did not get to watch them yesterday. But I will. So thank you for that. I do try to, when y'all let me know somebody new. And they have an Etsy shop, and they're on Instagram. Oh, Charlotte. Okay, Charlotte, she asked about this, and I know exactly when you said it, I knew what it was. Okay, so I grabbed it. It looks kind of, if the light doesn't hit it just right, you can't tell there it goes maybe. The sleigh is supposed to be leaning, so you only see the runners on this one side. And then these are kind of behind it like this. So you can see it right there. This is that top piece, and then down here. So I think that's what looks kind of off in the others. Because she said, did you be sure you didn't miss part of your runners for your sleigh, which I appreciate. So yes, if y'all see something that I don't finish, please let me know. Because yeah, it's real. And I do forget things and miss things. And thank you for that. But I think that's it, because it's like you're getting kind of like a 3/4 view or something, or quarter view. Lisa, I did not know this. She said in Queensland, bunnies are banned as pets. You can't have them as pets because they don't have any natural predators there, and they just eat up, because you know how they reproduce. Here, because we have so many coyotes and bobcats, we also have, we have the occasional mountain lion around here, cougar, and then the hawks. A lot of ours get got by our hawks. James's mama has a hawk in her backyard during this bad weather. He's been hanging out around her backyard. And so she's been super excited to watch him this week. So around here they get they have, because she said the dingoes are the only thing that eats them there. There's not enough to keep them in check. Here, between people's dogs that they don't keep up, and hawks, which one just went over the house, and the coyotes and the bobcats, they get a lot of them. And then also, as horrible, as sad as it is, a lot of them get got by the fire ants when they're babies. That's sad, but it's true. So here we still, we do have lots of them, but we have them as pets, but there's something that still eats them here. But I found that amazing. Swan Cottage asked about the pearl chronic in the winter. I didn't use any of the pearl I thought I might come back and use some of the glinty floss, but I decided not to. I decided it was just fine just the way it was. You know, it's a little, any of the metallic or the pearl threads are a little, they're just a little fussy. They're a little fussy to work with because they're, it's not a super smooth thread because that's what makes the sparkle. It's kind of wonky like this. And so I do use it some. I used it on my Holly Jolly sampler from Frosted Pumpkin. I used it on it. And I use fuzzy thread a lot of times on beards and things too, on Brenda Gervais pieces. But I decided in this one it was fine. I was just going to leave it. I thought I would have the frame here to have it framed this week, but mail hasn't been running. So I was really super excited to get the packages I got because I haven't seen my mailman all week, and Amazon, you know, none of that has really been running much. So, which is fine with me. Do not get out, and me getting my card or my letter, or me getting whatever I've ordered from Amazon, even though it's James Williams aspirin that I ran out of, and they were out of it at the store too, so I ordered some off Amazon. He can live without it for a day or two before somebody gets in a wreck and gets dead on the ice, because here nobody has snow tires. People don't keep things sanded down or things like, I know up north, you know, roads and things, y'all keep things like that, you know, plowed off, and the sand and stuff down and things. In the big cities, they'll come and try to keep the overpasses done and things, but when it's like this and it's all over, my county doesn't have, you know, we might have one sand truck or something that they'll run over places that are just super busy, and they try, but it's just not, you know, it's not something we're equipped for. So just stay home, you know, just stay home. So I thought I'd get it framed, but the frame isn't here, and that is just fine. And Adelia, welcome. She's a first-time watcher, so welcome to the crew. Diana, I hope you caught the colors for my Merry Heart. If not, email me, niecelyn@yahoo, and I'll get back with you. JL Primitives, I told the girls that she said, you know, her Jessica is in heaven. And with her, she has their little dogs that have passed over the years. And so I told the girls that Jessica would be looking out for Lulu to make sure she made some friends and made sure that she was taken care of. So I thank you for that. And I think they would be having a very good time together, because Lulu loves to give kisses, and she just, you know, her little body would just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. She'd be so happy. Just the cutest little thing. So I thank you for that, and that made the girls happy that somebody that was like them would be looking for her up there. Marianne Mooney asked about this, and I did it out of a Just Cross Stitch magazine. I could not find where I'd written down which one though. However, it can be, the pattern has been released. It's by Needle Bling Designs, and it is at 123 Stitch. I saw it there. I'm sure your LNS can get it for you too, but I double checked to be sure I could find it somewhere. And when I did, 123 Stitch came up first. I did see it there, but it's called Love Squared by Needle Bling Designs. And Arvana, the Twisted Stitcher, she has a tutorial on how to finish these things in blocks. It's talked about how to do it in the magazine, and then I've seen Vanna's tutorial too. Of course, it's always, Vanna's tutorials are so thorough and they are free to everybody. She is so gracious to do that, and she doesn't go super fast, and you know, she'll tell you, you just pause it. So, you know, if you're trying to get something done, just pause the video and get that step done, and then you can hit start again and get, you know, going on to the next step. She just explains things really well, and not, it's not confusing. Sometimes when you're reading something in a magazine and you're trying to figure out exactly what they wanted you to do, you know, you're having to envision what you're reading, and when it's something completely foreign to you, like I'd never done these before, and it's kind of tricky. But if you can watch somebody do it and then follow along, that's so helpful. So she does have a tutorial on making, not these blocks, she didn't do these in the tutorial, but how to make a block finish. So that is super helpful. So it's Love Squared by Needle Bling Designs. And then, was that everybody? We did Happy Mail. Okay, shares from last week. I probably don't have, do I have them over here? They're over here somewhere. Anyway, I'm just gonna say, Patty Penn, Patricia Walters, Renee Lubash, Renee, I hope I don't mess up your name, Lubash or Lubash, Jana Harlow, and Miss Laura Judd. So Patty Penn, Patricia Walters, Renee Lubash, sorry Renee, Jana Harlow, and Miss Laura Judd. If you'll email me, NissyLynn@Yahoo, I will get your stuff in the mail to you. This week, shares, let's see here. I'm gonna write these down as I go and grab some. Oh, hang on. Before that, I want to tell you guys some things that are on the radar for me. Yeah. Now, how do I get myself in such a mess around here? Here we go. Okay. Back on track. Okay. Mama is loving switching those out, so I was trying to think of another one to do for her. And all the little birds by Heart and Hand. I grabbed these two out. I'm either gonna do the little birds by Heart and Hand. They're all the same size, and there is winter, spring, summer, autumn, and then they also have Halloween, you know, different little special holidays within each season. So those are there, or the whirly gigs. And I think Sally sent me these whirly gigs. And, you know, I know that Priscilla and Chelsea have done them. They finished theirs on little trivets, I think. But these are by Heart and Hand also. And there's a summer, an autumn, a spring, and then there is a winter also. So I'm thinking about doing one of those two for her to have another thing that she can change in her room to just because she'll enjoy it. Oh, and one of y'all asked me about lipstick, and I don't know why I didn't write it on here. I've got it piled up here in front of me. Today I have on my Color Street from Allison Norris. She has No Fail Nails group on Facebook. It's Allison Norris, and this color is Noel, and it's a two thing. So you have like a primer that goes on, and then this one goes on here. This one will smear if you have a mask on, okay? It stays on really well, but it's because it has the undercoat, the primer, and it's a little glossy. It will smear if you put a mask on top of it. However, Liquid Catsuit by Wet n Wild, any of their colors, I've loved all the colors I've got of theirs. It goes on, and once it dries, it's staying put. And the same thing, this is something a CoverGirl 24-hour matte, and this color is Stay With Me, but it's the same thing. 24, this ain't gonna focus. 24-hour by CoverGirl, and the Mega Last Liquid Catsuit by Wet n Wild. Those I put on, And you can even, like I put on one of those if I go to the doctor, because you can you can have your mask on and it won't even smear it around. So you can take it off when you get in there, from take a temperature or whatever, and then go run your errands and go eat or whatever afterward, after your doctor appointment, and you're gonna be, it's still like the way it's supposed to be. So both of those are great. And I don't know why I didn't write down who asked, so I'm sorry. Also, I have these on my radar. Now, I stitched this for Bebe and Keely, maybe when they got engaged. This is Lizzie Kate, Forgive Quickly, Kiss Slowly. I need to restitch this again for all of my kids and for me. Everybody needs to remember that. This one, I think Lori sent me this one, and I need to get it stitched for Valentine's. So I've got a couple little quick Valentine stitches that I'm looking at here. This is the Merry Making Mini Valentine's Day by Heart and Hand. Super duper cute. And this is Heart and Hand, and it just says Sweetheart. But it is beautiful. So I need to get those two stitched so that I will have a little more of a Valentine display going. And then I want to get this stitched, and I'll take it out of the thing because you won't be able to see it otherwise. It is the Heart and Hand, Hands-On Design Spring. I've done the winter one. It's in the living room, and it has the little round, and it has the pin pillow, and then it has the picture. I will not do mine on the black. It really is hard for me to see. I don't know, I say that I might, but I probably won't. Black is just really hard for me to see. The black Ada is easier for me to see than the black linen, but I will probably do mine on a dark gray like I've done before. The gray I can see just fine. But this is so cute. All these are adorable, but I did the winter one back when it came off when you had to get it from the Hirschner's catalog, and then she redesigned them. So there's the whole series now. And so that is on my spring agenda for stitching. Now, shares for this week. I'm gonna do them before I forget. I'm doing pretty good, 57 minutes. Try not to keep y'all too long. I know y'all have a life. Okay. So we will have the Bent Creek Spring Zipper. So use the word spring if you're interested in this one. Use the word spring. We will have the Bent Creek, I forgot to put this one out the other day. Use the word snow if you're interested in this guy. He's the one that I stitched for Mama I Love Snow. So I love snow. So use the word snow. And like I said, I found all these on the Bent Creek website, and some of them are still available as kits on Stony Creek website also. This one is a beautiful hydrangea. Just use the word blue, because hydrangea is wonky to spell, and I ain't want nobody to have to look that up. So this is beautiful, beautiful. So use the word hydrangea. No, don't listen to me. Use the word blue if you're interested in stitching that one. And then this is a gorgeous little Fancy That Flower Power. She's so cute. Y'all look at her. She is adorable. So if you're interested in her, use the word sunflower. Okay, sunflower. So sunflower, blue, spring, or snow are our words for the shares today. And I think that's everything. I'm sure I've forgotten something, but I hope y'all have a happy Friday. I hope y'all are getting some better weather, and I hope you have a great weekend and enjoy your stitching. Bye.